Leute, was rollt? Hier ist Kons-T. Willkommen zu einem neuen Video. Ich hoffe, euch geht's allen gut. Nun, es ist jetzt der nächste Tag angebrochen, Leute. Ich habe gestern Abend auf die, sag mal, Gamefest-Ankündigung reagiert. Und ich habe es jetzt gestern Abend nicht ganz komplett zu Ende geguckt, weil, ja, es wurde irgendwann 2 Uhr nachts. Ich habe ein bisschen später angefangen mit der Reaction und irgendwann muss auch Kons-T ins Bett gehen und ja, ich hatte auch noch gestern eine Prüfung und das hat mir auch halt sehr viel Energie geraubt und gekostet. Deswegen habe ich mich entschieden, das Ganze in 2 Teilen zu machen. Und ja, jetzt bin ich wieder am Start. Und jetzt würde ich sagen, reagieren wir weiter und machen einfach genau da, wo wir gestern aufgehört hatten. Deswegen bin ich auch gerade jetzt hier dabei, das Ganze auch zu starten. Ich suche gerade mal kurz das Video. Sekunde. So, Moment. Keinen Moment. So, dann gehe ich kurz auf meine Webcam und mache auf die Reaction an sich. Sekunde, ich gucke mal ganz kurz, ob alles hier vom Ton her passt. Müsste aber eigentlich passen dieses Mal. Ja, passt. Wunderbar. Sehr gut. Guti. Hier ist das sagen wir, Gamefest und da haben wir es ja gestern darauf reagiert. Ich habe bereits 2 Stunden ja gesehen und
hol dir großartige Technologie. Sicher dir die Amazon Elektrogeräte Bestseller. Entdecke die beliebteste Technologie.
Jetzt geht's quasi los. So, ich spule jetzt ein bisschen nach vorne, da wo wir gestern aufgehört hatten. Und danach kann ich ja das Ganze auch ganz später als ein ganzes Video veröffentlichen.
2 Stunden später.
Ich werde quasi nachher alles schneiden, dass wir das Ganze als ein Video haben. Und ja, deswegen dann
Since the dawn of time, humankind has been obsessed with the hard. Now, a glorious morning has dawned.
Mach kurz die Reise, weil wegen der lizenzierten Musik. So. Jetzt. Okay, jetzt habe ich auch alles so mir zurechtgelegt, dass ich auch gerade ausgucken kann. Jawohl, wunderbar, das höre ich sehr gerne. Und ja, jetzt, genau. Reagieren wir weiter. So. Bam. Nice. Mancher ist dieses Spiel von dem ehemaligen Chef von noch. Also der hat quasi die alten GTA-Spiele gemacht, oder alle. Bis auf die neuesten quasi. Und das ist so sein neues Spiel, so als GTA 6 Alternative quasi. Hat mir auch echt gut gefallen damals, als das Ganze angekündigt wurde. Ja. Also mir gefällt das.
Have you seen Charlie? Maybe this is the real me.
Ich wollte ein ziemlich geniales Auto gemacht. Weiß ich, dieser letzte Video hat halt echt halt GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas, GTA 4, also alles, wo wir quasi alle so aufgewachsen sind, hat er gemacht. Und dann hat der Rockstar verlassen und hat er jetzt so ein eigenes Spiel kreiert. Läuft. Oha, da kann eine große...
I'm Hakan Abrak, CEO of Interactive. We can't wait for you to discover Mindside when it launches on June the 10th from Build a Rocket Boy and IO partners.
Ach, das ist ja schon in 3 Tagen. Ah, geil. Guckt, ihr müsst nicht bis Mai nächsten Jahres auf GTA 6 warten. Wir können jetzt bereits ein Spiel von dem ehemaligen Entwickler spielen.
This week we finally revealed
ja, der James Bond Game wurde ja bei dem Player released.
But we want to make
da habe ich auch drauf reagiert.
We are bringing someone into Hitman, the Wall of Assassination, who is very dear to the Bond universe. Let's take a look.
Was? Oder wie?
Target is the elusive shadow banker, known only as Le Chiffre, a financial mastermind
krass.
of the criminal underworld.
Oha, Alter, also Hitman Kollabo mit James Bond und jetzt mit Chiffre von Kanal Royale.
These people for a reason. I know their weaknesses. Mr. Rengang, he's too impatient and missed by, well.
Okay, also diese Crossover-Multiversum werden jetzt wirklich auch geil gemacht. Also die machen das James Bond Spiel, sind aber auch die Macher von Hitman und der Hitman ist jetzt quasi Jagd den James Bond Musik. Lol.
There you have it. Hitman and 007 are coming together in a very unexpected way.
We know our players waited a long time for 007 First Light. It's just around the corner, coming out next year. However, Hitman is live right now. So I thought, why wait?
James Bond kommt nächstes Jahr und Hitman ist
to join me here. As a matter of fact, he is here with us today.
Hi, ich bin's, Ralf Schumacher. Du willst wissen, wie viel dein Auto wert ist? Geh auf wirkaufendeinauto.de.
That's right, everyone at Summer Game Fest, please welcome the great Mads Mikkelsen.
Krass, der Mikkelsen ist am Start. Der hat ja auch bei Death Stranding gespielt.
Mads, you are Cliff, but you're also Agent 47's next target as Le Chiffre, the villain we know from Casino Royale.
Yep, that's it. And you know, this is I've always had a deep love for this character. It's a role that means a lot to me because of a lot of reasons. So when I got given a chance to step into the shoots of Le Chiffre once again, I did not hesitate for 1 second. But this time is a little different. He's more confident, he's dangerous, he's not just a brilliant mind hiding behind a desk, he is visceral, unpredictable and ruthless. And let's just say this time he doesn't outsource the violence anymore.
So this mission is set in a casino in Paris. We want to make an homage to the movie Casino Royale, while keeping surprises for our players. James Bond and Agent 47 have very different set of skills, and the mission will be handled in very different creative ways.
Okay, also der Agent 47 und James Bond haben verschiedene Skills und die halt quasi unterschiedlich vor. Okay.
The Chiffre is always like 2 steps ahead of you. He reads you before you read him, so it's a little like bringing a chess player to a poker game.
We built the mission to allow several parts, unexpected characters, appearances, and even custom poker mechanics.
Wow, all right, well, when do we get to play this?
That's the best part. We wanted to surprise you, so the team is updating the game as we speak. Le Chiffre, Elusive Target mission starts today in a few hours.
Okay, also das wurde ja gestern Abend übertragen, also müsste es ja jetzt auch schon verfügbar sein.
Con Mods, thanks for joining us for Summer Game Fest. Appreciate it, guys.
Thanks for having me.
So much.
Thank you.
Great to see you. Great stuff. All right, now here's the announcement of a new party game coming later this year that will delight LEGO fans, made with over 1 million LEGO bricks, 300 minifigures, and over 700 trillion minifigure combinations.
It's Saturday night somewhere, so make
LEGO
some
Party.
noise for LEGO Party!
Get ready!
For a nail-biting competition.
We're minifigures, Dad. We've done
Okay, es war ein Multiplayer.
It's an action-packed
Sowas wie Mario Party, nur jetzt mit Lego. Okay, geil.
Or hindered by evil monsters.
Or lightly toasted by a flying lizard with wings.
That's a dragon, Ted. And what
geil,
about our amazing mini-games, Ted? We've got more of them than you can count.
More than 10?
It's actually more like 60.
Whoa, that's a lot.
With surprises around every corner, anything can happen.
Anything?
Anything.
Anything?
Yes, anything.
Okay, but certainly
Okay,
not
alles
a
kann
giant
passieren.
crab, a mythical King Cobra, or Master Wu smashing a crate.
Those were literally just on screen, Ted.
Wow!
Ja gut, sieht schon witzig aus, aber wird sich ja dann zeigen, wie abwechslungsreich das Ganze ist. Das ist immer... Ja. Aber es sieht witzig aus, ja.
All right, next, a new look at a new team shooter from Dreamhaven and Moonshot Games. 20 players across 5 ships venture into the most treacherous region of space, hoping to get their hands on the artifact. The game is called Wildgate, and the open beta starts next week during Steam Next Fest. And we're also very happy to announce the game will launch on July 24th for PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox. Let's see what it means to get into some serious space shenanigans.
Danger. Reactor overload.
Sieht ein bisschen aus wie dieses Spiel von Rick und Morty Entwicklern. Ich habe da wieder vergessen, wie es hieß. Diesem, wo die Waffe schützen kann.
This feels bad.
Ach ja.
Now their ship is flying.
Is that the artifact?
Stay with me.
This'll be good.
Good thing that wasn't our ship.
Okay. Ja, ja. Also es gibt ja diese ganzen Overwatch-like, wie ich gerne nenne, zuhauf, deswegen, aber ja, mal gucken.
The team behind the Guacamelee series, and nobody saves the world. They're making a full 3D game that can be played alone or with a friend in co-op. You can find out more during Day of the Devs right after the show, but for now, here is the global reveal of Blighted.
Looking over this decaying world, one can only wonder, how did it
Ja, Guacamelee war ja so ein richtig gutes Indie-Spiel. Gibt auch einen zweiten Teil davon. Und jetzt, genau. Machen die ein neues Spiel, holen jetzt über in 3D.
Pass their knowledge to future generations. Until Sorcisto, in his lust for power, consumed the brains of the living, spreading this blight. You harbor it too, I see.
Ah ja, okay, das sieht ganz gut aus. Hat ein bisschen was Spontanes. Bosskämpfe. Und dieser Cell-Shading-Look gefällt mir auf jeden Fall sehr gut.
Pray the vultures consume you before the blight does.
Ein bisschen Zelda und Roguelike-Elemente. Nicht schlecht, nicht schlecht. Das kenne ich. Das ist so ein Ziel, das ist ein Horrorspiel mit sehr viel Brutalität. Ich habe mal vor ein paar Jahren so ein Ankündigungs-Gameplay-Trailer mal gesehen. Es ist wirklich brutal. Jetzt bin ich mal gespannt, wie es jetzt aussieht. Kinder nicht, also nicht kindergerecht, glaube ich jetzt nicht, aber ja, ist ja, müsst ihr gucken. Aber ich habe euch gewarnt, könnte jetzt ziemlich blutig werden. Oh ja. Also so Body-Horror quasi. Alter. Ah, Werbung.
Entdecke Amazon-Bestseller.
Also, Horror-Fans haben jetzt gerade, sah das gerade aus wie die Lisa aus diesem Teil hier ein bisschen. Oh ja. Ja, also Horror-Fans, die essen gut gerade, weil kommt neues Silent Hill. Und jetzt kommt ihn und wer weiß, vielleicht werden wir echt jetzt hier einen neuen Resident Evil Teil zeigen. Ist schon sehr, sehr brutal, Digga, Alter. Wahnsinn. Okay. Ja, krank, genau, krank. Alter. Tschüss. Okay, hab ich gerade erschrocken.
Poor little babies. All right, Mecha Break is one of 2025's most anticipated shooters. With its previous beta amassing over 300,000 concurrent players on Steam and 3 million players in total. In this game, you explore a sci-fi universe and pilot powerful
Mecha Break is so
and ground combat. As a top wish-listed game, players are clamoring to know just one thing: when is the release date? Well, here's Mecha Break's latest trailer with the answer you've all been waiting for.
Growing Martian zones force the Thalassic Federation to advance its Project Enterprise.
Okay, jetzt wieder jugendfrei, denke ich. Ich mach mal die Musik auf aus, weil sicher ist sicher. Und ja, da kann ich also ein bisschen jetzt hier die, ja, muss ich also ein bisschen kommentieren. Also ist so ein, ja, Gundam Armored Core mäßiges Mecha-Spiel halt. Weiß ich jetzt nicht, ob es Spielgrafik ist oder untereinander, aber ja, es kommt so viel neues Spiel raus, das siehst du halt immer so 1-2 Minuten von denen und so ein also ein Overload-Gefühl an neuen Titeln, die kommen, da kannst du dir gar nicht mal so alle merken gefühlt, aber ja. Guck mal, ob die Musik wieder geht. Ja, ich mach mir mal die Beleidigung, nur für den Fall. Ja. Die Bilder sprechen ja für sich. Ich habe halt vor ein paar Monaten oder vor einem Jahr oder so Mecha Break halt schon gesehen, als es angekündigt wurde. Und anscheinend, ja, kommt es bald auch erst raus. Mal gucken. Also das auf jeden Fall, Leute, was ich jetzt anfange. Jetzt ist ja quasi dieses Games, ne? Und die zeigen halt alle Spiele, die jetzt halt so in der nächsten Zeit rauskommen. Das Beste ist ja, weil die auch halt die Games kommen in Köln. Und ja, ich denke, dass einige von den Spielen auch halt dann da vor Ort sein werden, dass man die spielen kann. Okay, was ist jetzt? Was ist jetzt?
We must now face a stark reality.
Sieht. Ja.
Industrial civilization we were expecting.
Sieht Star Wars aus.
Is no more.
Und Liebling, ich habe die Kinder geschoben. Okay. Doch eigentlich ganz cool aus. So ein Sci-Fi-Schwung.
Whatever it takes, we find a way.
Ah ja, okay.
2026 marks the 30th anniversary of a legendary video game franchise that I think we all know very well. Please check this out.
Jetzt kommt Little, wetten. Na Leute, jetzt spitzt die Augen auf. Ja! Ja, was? Geil! Geil! Ready! Ready!
Happy birthday.
Oh Gott.
Happy birthday to you. And to celebrate early, a special message from Takeuchi-san.
Magi-san, ありがとうございます。カプコン竹内です。
Okay, ich hab Gänsehaut.
皆様のおかげでバイオハザードも30周年を迎えることができました。ありがとうございます。さて、お待たせしているバイオハザードの最新作なんですが、
Es kommt neuer Teil!
お待ちするぐらいの間でお待ちいただければと思います。それでは、
Chat, voll noch mal leise rein. Das wird jetzt hier eklig.
I need a glass of wine too. All right. Thank you, Takeuchi-san, for that very special message. We cannot wait for when the time is right to share more leading into the anniversary of Resident Evil. Now it is time for the next big update for a beloved franchise.
Ja, komm. Ja, war jetzt nur ein Teaser, aber ich glaube, vielleicht kommt nachher noch eine Ankündigung. Ich glaube, war jetzt nur so ein Teaser. Street Fighter? Nee, Quatsch, Wrestling. Weiß grad nicht. Doch. WWE, oder? Was? Egal, das ist doch von Street Fighter. Ach, dann doch, ja, okay. Ja, ja. Also quasi neue Kämpfer für Street Fighter. Wenn jetzt die Werbung nicht mehr, werde ich alles noch gut. Macht nochmal die Werbung weg, Alter. Gestern Abend, als ich halt noch drauf live reagiert habe, war noch keine Werbung. Aber gut, ja, die müssen ja irgendwie von YouTube leben.
Der Hunger.
Gut, jetzt geht weiter. Okay, also Street Fighter 6 bekommt neue Kämpfer. Julian Reed. Okay. Ein bisschen was von Fortnite und Team Fortress 2. Oder findet ihr nicht? Okay. Das sieht halt nicht ganz witzig aus, weil es halt so anscheinend so Capture the Flag-mäßiges Fortnite. Okay.
Adios!
Okay. Ja, ich hab ein bisschen was von Team Fortress 2. Ein bisschen goofy und aber mit Schusswaffen. Okay.
That was Last Flag, a new online action game from the new indie studio Night Street Games, which is the ultimate game of capture the flag set in the 1970s.
Bei mir ist Ton nicht later this year.
Next, we have a beautiful new trailer for a Souls-like action RPG game developed in China by Lenzi Wuchang Fallen Feathers, which is launching on July 24th.
Souls-like aus China. Okay, her damit.
Is this bloodshed really what you wanted? Fate is all set in stone. You can't change how it ends.
Also China, muss ich sagen, die kochen gerade richtig. Also da kommt irgendwie immer ziemlich krasse Qualität von denen so. Ich war ja auch neulich im Kino in Neja 2, in diesem ja, erfolgreichsten Animationsfilm, der kommt ja aus China, war schon bombastisch gewesen. Jetzt halt Spiele, machen wir jetzt auch Spiele, dann gibt es noch so chinesische Anime, auch mit ganz krasser Qualität, also irgendwie, die sind gerade echt so im Aufgehen. Aber, ja. Ah, und natürlich, Black Wukong, oder wie es heißt. Mit diesem, Affenkönig. Hey,
where is the Wu-Tang Clan?
Was? Ja, geil. Wu-Tang Clan, Rise of the Receiver. Was? Ja, geil. Ich wollte heute später zu der T-Fabrik fahren. Das ist ja bei uns hier in Wiesbaden
Ghostface Killer is calling on you to rescue his Wu brothers. Wu-Tang Rise of the Receiver is a new co-op action RPG with anime-style fighting, and it's the debut title from the 53-member Brass Lion Entertainment. Now, here's a new look at Guild Wars 2, which has new updates, including player housing and is free to play. This weekend, to celebrate SGF, you can take advantage of double XP all weekend long.
My calling takes me far from home, where shared struggles form fast bonds.
My greatest advantage?
Wenn ich mir gerade so vorstelle, wenn ich jetzt das Ganze am Stück jetzt gestern geguckt hätte, dann wäre ich jetzt gefühlt 3 Uhr morgens. Hätte ich nicht ausgehalten. Lieber ausschlafen, als ich ausgeruht, war auch ein anstrengender Tag gestern, auch wegen der Prüfung. Und jetzt in aller Kraft hier in der Teil 2 gucken. Und für euch alle, die das Ganze sich vielleicht später anschauen, wenn ich das Video zusammengeschnitten habe, für euch ist hier eh alles am Stück quasi. Okay, morgen geht's da sein. Hat ein bisschen was von den neueren Mana-Spielen, so optisch. Ich kenne die Reihe umgehend eigentlich. Ja, cute. Okay. Und jetzt gerade einfach wieder Werbung. Aber gut. Geht dann gleich weiter mit dem Rest. Ja, geil. Cyberpunk 2077 auf der Switch 2.
Long story.
Die ist ja vor 2 Tagen
Here is another
erschienen.
game throwing back to a classic animation style. Enter a surreal world where you're a down on his luck outcast who has to battle his inner demons, literally, in this action roguelike. Here's Into the Unwell.
Okay, ein echtes Game. Ob wir auch Wolverine sehen werden für die PS5, weiß ich nicht. Kommt gerade so ein bisschen Kontrast mit Vorlebens. Das ist auch so ein Läufer. Ja. Irgendwann, wenn ich YouTube-Partner werde, habe ich auch Werbung und ein bisschen Einnahmen von YouTube. Aber geil! Sehe ich aus wie so ein spielbarer Leichengipfel. Geil!
Delusional. It won't always be so
Wie
easy.
Cuphead nur in 3D. Geil! Da will ich jetzt ein Kind mehr, will ich jetzt noch mehr drauf abfahren. Und geil!
You still look a little unwell.
Irgendwo so unwell. Okay. Geil!
Hey guys, I'm Ian Prue, the co-founder of 1047 Games. When we started Splitgate in our dorm room, we just wanted to make a game we could play with our friends, and 20 million of you played with us. Now, with the help from our amazing community, we've built Splitgate 2. Why? Because I grew up playing Halo, and I'm tired of playing the same Call of Duty every year, And I wish we could have Titanfall 3.
Okay, also jetzt ist Splitgate 2 und der ist halt
Splitgate 2, we asked ourselves, how would we take portals to the next level? What if you could portal to entirely different worlds? So we combined the action, movement, and gunplay of arena shooters with the scale and intensity of something much bigger. Splitgate Battle Royale launches free right now, and it's fucking awesome.
Okay, jetzt ist noch ein neuer Trailer zu Splitgate 2. Ich spiele diese ganzen Multiplayer-PvP-Shooter nicht wirklich, aber einfach mal kurz so wissen, was da jetzt gerade so abgeht. Ich mache lieber jetzt auch auf leise, damit da jetzt nicht wieder so ein ja, Copyright-Gedöns kommt. Ja, ist halt, ja, so ein Shooter halt, ja, von Fan vom, ja, Genre. Sieht gut aus, ja, aber kann ich jetzt auch nicht einschätzen, wie gut es sich spielt. Aber es sieht schon mal ziemlich gut aus, ja. Ist halt weniger was für mich. Ich mag ja eher so Story-Spiele, aber gut, ja, also jedem das, was er halt gerne mag. Ich mag gleich wieder Ton an, wenn ja, genau.
Now we are honored to showcase the latest project from the talented minds at RGG Studio in Japan.
Rio Gotoku. Die Yakuza-Macher oder was? Die machen doch den neuen Wildschwamfighter auch noch, oder? Oha. Da wurde doch neulich auf dem Game Awards, glaube ich, ein neues Spiel von den Machern von Yakuza und Like Dragon angegeben. Sagst du, das Spiel? Ja doch, das muss es sein. Sie hatten damals, glaube ich, noch keinen Titel. Und jetzt quasi, ja, so Yakuza in den 40ern quasi. Bin ich gerade wieder die Musik leise zu machen, um für den Fall. Ja, es hat alles zensierte Musik, ich weiß auch gar nicht, also falls jemand mal zuguckt, falls jemand mal zuschaut, der auch YouTuber ist, kann ja vielleicht mal schreiben, wie ihr das Ganze handhabt mit der Musik und so, wenn da mal was Zensiertes in den Videos vorkommt. Weil ich bekomme immer so Warnungen.
You're not? So, what are you then? Sana. 俺が知りてえや。
Stranger than heaven. Okay. Okay.
You saw it at TGA last year as Project Century set in 1915, and now the full name has been revealed. Stranger Than Heaven, the brand new title from RGG Studio. This time it's now 1943, and knowing RGG, I'm sure more surprises are surely on their way. All right, well, we're almost done here, but we do have one final, very special global game announcement to share with all of you who've been waiting. Today we've showcased a lot of projects from teams around the world, including many brand new studios, and we're proud of that. But this one comes from a studio that is no stranger to delivering blockbuster games time and again. When I first got a glimpse at this project last summer, I was absolutely blown away by the scale, scope, and ambition of this developer's vision. And while there are many places, really any place, this game could have been revealed, we are so deeply honored that we get to share it with the world right here at
Leute, jetzt kommt, glaube ich, das letzte Spiel, kommt. Also jetzt genau, dank der Werbung halt. Vielleicht kommt jetzt ja Resident Evil 9. Was ist das denn jetzt? FBI? Okay. Ist das Resident Evil? Nee, das ist für dich ein neuer.
Grace.
Ein bisschen Gänsehaut.
Grace. Grace Ashcroft.
Yes?
My office.
Oh, coming.
Die Grafik und die ganzen Details hier in dem Büro, wow. Also ich hasse ja Bürokratie, aber einfach die Optik ist gut.
If this is about the report you asked for yesterday, it'll be ready in 3. No, 2 days, tops.
Put a hold on that for now. We found another body. One that exhibits the same pathology as the others we've been investigating. Now I need a good technical analyst on this.
Okay.
Hat auch ein bisschen was von...
I need your eyes on the crime scene.
Es ist jetzt nicht Metal Gear Rising, aber
the Rumble Hotel.
Die Vibes von...
I know that's where your mother was murdered. Alyssa died 8 years ago. Perhaps it's time for you to...
Ist das die Tochter von dem Typ von The Village, oder?
Grace.
Ja, also wenn das Resident Evil 9 ist, hab ja den letzten Teil nicht zu Ende gespielt. Noch nicht. Vielleicht gab es schon so Anspielungen, aber ich hab ja nie gespielt, deswegen. Wenn jetzt Leon kommt, Digga.
I know now that you're the one that I've been searching for. The special one. The chosen one. Miss Ashcroft.
Huda!
Investigating all these strange deaths, huh?
We need to keep our voices down.
Have you seen the same shit I've seen?
Please
die Grafik ist echt bombastisch, oder?
Everyone's gone.
Raccoon City! Woo! Es ist Resident Evil! Wirklich? Ja! Ja! Ja, geil! Yes! Digga!
There you have
Was?
it. Resident Evil.
What?
What? It will be playable to fans this August at Gamescom, where we'll also be hosting opening night live on Tuesday, August 19th.
Genial! Leute!
Resident Evil Requiem marks a bold
Resident
shift
Evil 9!
both in tone and gameplay, and today's reveal isn't just about survival horror. Expect high-stakes cinematic action too. with much more to share soon leading up to its launch on
War das
February
die
27th,
Tochter von Ethan?
2026.
Oder wie? Oder was?
Amazing.
Ich hab ja nicht zu Ende gespielt, deswegen kann das nicht die ganzen Ankündigungen.
That's going to do it for our live Summer Game Fest show. Let's thank our co-host Lucy James. Did you do a great job, everyone?
Nee, war Banger. Ende. Banger auf jeden Fall.
Oh, I can't believe it. You kept that so secret.
Very top secret. All good. All right. Well, there's much more Summer Game
Yeah,
Fest to come. Make sure to visit summergamefest.com to see a list of all the digital events this weekend. You can watch
sich auf den Teil freuen werden.
Xbox Game Showcase on Sunday. Stay tuned online to see coverage of many of the playable games. Summer Game Fest Playdays is taking place this weekend.
And make sure to stay tuned for Day of the Devs, which is coming up next, with additional new reveals from incredible independent studios around the world, and deeper looks at some of the independent games we showcased today. Thanks so much, everyone.
Awesome. Thanks to you, Lucy. Great job co-hosting. All right, that's going to do it for Summer Game Fest. We will see you at Gamescom on August 19th. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, nice. Chat, wollt ihr noch dieses Day of the Dev Day oder ihr nicht mehr? Ich geh mal reinschauen, aber ich glaub nicht, dass das jetzt noch so...
Would be dead, including you. Don't let this happen. There is a better way. Hi, I'm Tim Schafer from Video Games, and I'm here to tell you the good news about Day of the Devs. Day of the Devs is an all-volunteer curation committee that plays hundreds of games so you don't have to, and brings you the very best of them to show you at places like this digital showcase that you're about to see today. How much does this cost, you might ask? $5 million? $10 million? Absolutely nothing. Day of the Devs is a non-profit and supported entirely by generous contributions from people like you and also our generous sponsors. So all you have to do right now is sit back and prepare to be inspired. Enjoy.
Ja, gestern Abend alles halt nachts, ne, so um 2, 3 Uhr, ist auch halt wahnsinnig.
I'm excited to introduce the first look at a new title from Annapurna Interactive and the developers at No Goblin. Ever wanted to live the fantasy of casing a place, gathering intel, and pulling off a heist, all as a mysterious master thief? Well, in Snap and Grab, you'll be able to, and the developers are here to tell you how it's done.
Okay, dann wissen wir. Na gut, also jetzt ist gerade eine andere Show im Anschluss quasi. Wir können ja mal reinschauen, wir haben nichts zu verlieren. Es ist noch, ja, eine Stunde, bisschen drüber. Ja, lass mal noch mal gucken.
What does that mean? I'm glad you asked. Picture this. It's the 80s, and you are nestled between high fashion glamour and
aber
high
ja, ich glaube so ein Banger wie Resident Evil wird jetzt nicht mehr kommen, aber trotzdem
rich and lavish
geil,
in which you'll have one question on your mind. What will you be stealing tonight?
Hol dir großartige Technologie. Sicher dir die Amazon Elektrogeräte-Bestseller. Entdecke die beliebteste Technologie. Entdecke Magnum Bonbon. Verführerischer Genuss im Snackformat. Magnum.
Ich mache halt was leise, weil, ja, Musik halt, also lizenzierte Musik. Aber ja, ich glaube, also obwohl, also jetzt gab es ja auch so Word-Premiere-mäßig, vielleicht kommt mir ja echt noch so ein, ja, Geheimtipp quasi. Ja, wir gucken uns das Ganze mal an, ohne große Erwartungen. Und genau, ich war jetzt auch nichts.
For your crew to grab your future possession.
Just be sure to consider anyone who might get in your way, including Rio, a detective who's been on Nifty's trail for quite some time now. Who knows when she'll catch up?
As your anonymous deeds make headlines, You'll attract new crew, giving you access to new ways to snap and grab.
Will you be able to plan the next perfect heist?
Or will your heist fail spectacularly?
We can't wait to see what you plan next in Snap and Grab.
Available early next year on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S.
Does Untitled Goose Game ring a bell? It was one of the very early Day of the Devs games, so early in fact, that when we asked the dev what the name of the game was, they asked, do they have to have a name? You know the rest of the story. House, based in Melbourne, Australia, is developing a brand new kind of experience that's unlike anything else we've ever played. But I'm not the right person to describe what it is. Better served that these anthropomorphized ant, duck, wobbly creature things do it.
Ja, also Juni ist halt wirklich wahnsinnig
House. You might know us because of our Goose Game. And we're here today to show you around our new game. It's a cooperative multiplayer adventure made for friends to play together. It's called Big War.
It's a tricky game to describe, but it's mainly about doing two things: talking and walking. So talking, it's a big part of Big Walk, and we've put a lot of work into making a proximity voice chat system that feels natural and playful. You'll sound different if you're speaking up close.
Hello.
Or far away.
Hello.
Or in a tunnel.
Hello.
Or over a walkie-talkie.
Hello. Over.
Or behind soundproof glass. In a situation like this, where you can't hear each other, you'll need to find other ways to communicate. So we've given you lots of ways to point and gesture.
Oh, there they are.
And plenty of tools to stay in touch. And if you can't use voice chat, or you just don't feel like it, we've also made a proximity text chat system, so you can play the entire game that way as well. Hello.
The game is set in a big open world that we've filled with all kinds of stuff. To see it all, you'll need to go for a big walk. Exploring as part of a group is a special feeling. Our chat system makes it important to stick together, so navigating the world of Big Walk requires lots of teamwork and talking. As you explore, you can split up and go off on your own adventures, or even lose each other accidentally. When you're apart, you won't be able to talk face to face, and so finding your way back together isn't always straightforward. If you get lost in the bush, don't worry. You'll find plenty of ways to stay in touch and find each other again. Hello?
If anyone can hear me, please shoot up a flare.
Thank you.
This building behind me has a challenge in it. Completing challenges like these is the way you make progress through the game. They're all about teamwork, and they're all a little bit different. A lot of them are designed so that you find funny and surprising new ways to talk. You might need to do some miming, or come up with a special code, or even sing to each other.
Okay, so you want to find a speaker that's like...
They're not all about talking though. There's a bit of platforming in there, some sports, and some weirder stuff too. Our challenges are open-ended, and leave plenty of room for you to do things your own way. Like the rest of the game, challenges in Big Walk are about the joy of muddling through things together.
So that's Big Walk. There's heaps to see and do, but there's also lots of room to just hang out in between. We think there's some real magic that happens when you forget your plans and find yourselves doing something else entirely.
You can sit and watch the sunset.
Tell stories as you wait for the night to pass.
Go dancing.
Or you could steal your friend's binoculars and kick them into the ocean.
Oi.
Sorry.
We hope you enjoyed this little tour and got a sense of what we think is so special about this game. We made Big Walk to be a nice way to hang out with your friends in a video game, and we hope you like playing it as much as we do. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Ah, Big Walk. Oh, Ja, okay, ich als Rollifahrer kann einfach
This next title is from the art director of Journey and the team at Giant Squid who brought you beautiful titles like Abzu and The Pathless. You'll see the DNA of all those games in this one as you surf the sand on your sword and bring the sea back to life. This is Sword of the Sea.
Hi, I'm Matt Nava. I'm the creative director at Giant Squid, and I'm very excited to share with you our latest game, Sword of the Sea.
Ach ja. Ah, oh schön.
Sword of the Sea is a atmospheric adventure game where you surf on a sword.
Außencross, innen cremig. Der lekkere grilltaler. Old Amsterdam Tasty Grill. Jetzt probieren.
Tuvalu, the disappearing island. Artists documented the spirit of Tuvalu, a disappearing...
And it is trying to give you the kind of spiritual experience that you get as a surfer, a snowboarder, a skater. It takes a lot of what I've done in my previous games, going back all the way to Journey, Abzu, The Pathless, and you're going to see those elements in the game, but it's going to take you somewhere new.
Also ich bin live bis 2 Uhr praktisch.
Sword of the Sea is all about movement, getting into a flow state, and that's something that as a snowboarder I've experienced myself. I feel like there's this kind of magical experience that you have with these extreme sports. When you're doing it, you actually find this kind of meditative quality. You are moving very quickly, but you get to understand nature in a way that you can't otherwise. You get to see the whole mountain at once, and that lets you kind of connect with the world in a deeper way. And I think that's what we want to do with the game. I'm really excited because Sword of the Sea has music written by Austin Wintory, a longtime collaborator who I worked with on Journey, Abzu, The Pathless, and he's done countless other games scores. It also has movement inspired by the old skating and snowboarding games. So if you played the Tony Hawk games, if you played the old snowboarding games, you're going to love the way that you move in Sword of the Sea. We can't really guarantee that the game will be a spiritual experience for players, but what we can do is create the environment, the conditions under which you might have one. Sword of the Sea is coming out this year, August 19th, on the PlayStation 5 and PC, so wishlist now. Thank you.
This next world exclusive is a sequel to a game that has over 4 million players and counting. A runaway hit, if there ever was one. But to make a sequel, you have to bring something new to the genre, something evolved, and that's exactly what this developer did.
Haben ja auch alles hier so abgedeckt. Okay, so eine Art Koop-Spiel. Okay. Okay, so eine Art Koop-Spiel. Okay.
Hi, I'm Wyatt with Coin Crew Games, and we're here to announce Escape Academy 2, Back to School, the sequel to Escape Academy.
Okay.
Escape Academy 2 is an open-world escape room game, where between your escape room classes, you can explore a living and breathing campus that functions as one big escape room. We felt inspired by games like Animal Well and the Legend of Zelda series, and how they leverage free roam puzzle solving, so we're really excited to bring that into the Academy.
Our background as a studio is in building immersive narrative escape rooms, so when we started making a sequel for Escape Academy, we asked ourselves, how can we push that even further? We looked at feedback from the first game, and the #1 most requested feature by a huge margin was more academy, to really get to be a student at the school. This time around, we're going to let you explore the campus, to go to classes, meet other students, and most importantly, find lots of rooms to lock yourself up in.
Well,
was once a 2D level select map is now a fully realized explorable space. Whether you're returning to the Academy or stepping in for the first time, you'll find yourself in a world full of unique environments, from dusty puzzle archives to hidden rooms in unsuspecting places. The campus is designed to reward curiosity with secrets tucked into every corner for players to discover. From lighting and atmosphere to environmental storytelling, we've pushed every element to heighten immersion and mystery.
For Escape Academy 2, our approach to narrative is to really lean into the roleplay of embodying a student at the Academy. You can talk to your fellow escapists, unlock quests, discover lore, and naturally get hit with a deluge of grown-worthy puns. Apologies in advance. Over the course of the game, puzzle your way through character-driven quest lines that string together campus challenges and escape rooms, taking you through your second-year curriculum and the game's central mystery. If you want to get a sneak peek at the game and help us unlock its full potential, join our Discord and sign up for a playtest. We'd love to borrow your brain.
Wishlist Escape Academy 2 today on Steam, and we'll see you when you get back to school.
So stupid. Devo, Smashing Pumpkins, Lush. All these bands are part of the 80s, 90s vibe that is mixtape from the prolific creators of The Artful Escape. But this is not a music game or a game about music. It's a game about life and friends and the music that gets us through it.
Oh hi, I'm Johnny Galvatron from Beethoven and Dinosaur, here in Melbourne Rock City. This is our secret hideout where we make video games. This is one of our artists, Fuck off. We're the BAFTA award-winning team behind The Artful Escape. But who cares? What's next? We're making a mixtape.
I thought we were in Jeff Keighley's theme. We're in Day the Devs too.
Oh, cool. Mixtape
is a coming-of-age action-adventure game.
Ja, doch, hab ich gestern gesehen.
Listening to
Also halt bei demselben
perspective. A musical journey that documents the breadth of their friendship and their greatest hits.
Ja, ich erinnere mich. Den kann ich nicht mehr. Ich denke so lustig, weil die Umgebung ist so flüssig so, ne? Mit circa 60
music is a mixtape that's a mixtape of mechanics, skateboarding to pulling slushies, a mixtape of eras, a mixtape of art styles and media designed to take you back to the teenage wasteland.
We gonna get your stash and keep going?
That's a rookie move.
Yeah, have we taught you nothing, Cassandra?
What? We all go up to my room and immediately bolt? Dad, give away your grabbing booze.
But is the music any good? Holy flippin' meatballs, let me tell you all about it. Thank you very much. We got Joy Division, Devo, I love Devo, Smashing Pumpkins, Portishead, Roxy Music, Silverchair, Lush, The Cure, Susie and the Banshees, Stan Bush, the Jesus and Mary Chain, the unkillable Iggy Pop, and apparently many more.
Are they following us?
Yup. I can't go to prison.
Boxes! This is a terrible idea! What are we doing?
If death looks you in the eye, dude, don't blink!
Play it on Game Pass day one, wishlisted on Steam, play it on a PlayStation or Epic or whatever.
Okay, also kommt für Steam und für PlayStation raus.
I didn't want to get all sweaty and shit.
Fair.
Mixtape. Nothing but the hits.
Did you see that Drinkbox Studios just announced their next title, Blighted, moments ago at the Summer Game Fest? Well, now they're here to give you an in-depth look at the game.
Hey, I'm Ian, the lead designer at Drinkbox Studios.
Drinkbox.
Hol dir großartige Technologie. Sicher
mein Gott, wie Werbung willst du haben? Ja.
And I'm Augusto, art director at Drinkbox.
We're excited to finally tell you about our new game, Blighted.
Das wurde ja vorhin gezeigt.
Blighted is a hardcore action Metroidvania set in a psychedelic Western nightmare. The game's full of mysteries and secrets, and one of its coolest features is a dynamic difficulty system that constantly changes the enemies, the player, and the world around you as you play.
People in this world have a sacred ritual. When someone dies, seed is planted in their brain. Over time, a tree grows from their skull and bears fruit. By eating this fruit, one gains knowledge and experience of their ancestors. That's how it was for generations. That is, until the one they called Sorcisto defiled the ritual. He discovered that by eating brains raw, he gained immense power. Sorcisto ate the fruits, destroyed the trees, and devoured your entire community. In doing so, he released a reality-altering disease known as Bleibt. As the lone survivor, you have a singular goal. Hunt down Sorcisto to reclaim the memories of your people.
Now, like the rest of the world, you're afflicted with blight. It's constantly overtaking you, making enemies aggressive and unpredictable, and changing your perception of the world. You can find ways to suppress it, or you can harness it to fight back even harder. With practice, you'll be chaining together finishers, taking out huge blighted beasts, devouring their brains, and using their memories to fight and explore. With enough blighted memories, you'll start to see new layers of reality, reach hidden locations, and discover new gameplay mechanics.
Blighted marks our studio's first venture into 3D, allowing the art team to bring their designs to a whole new level as they craft gorgeously eerie worlds for you to explore. You'll be making your way through remains of long-dead civilizations,
ja, jetzt quasi so ein bisschen dieser Deep Dive in diese Spiele, die halt vorhin kurz angekündigt wurden.
Drinkbox has a rich history with action games, from Guacamole to Severed to Nobody Saves the World. And we're excited to craft another one that will put your skills to the test.
Guacamole ist, meine ich,
like many of our past games. And we're working with composer Jim Guthrie to create a soundtrack
beliebt war und auch halt eins
We're excited for you to try the game. We're aiming to have a playable demo later this year.
Wishlist the game on Steam, follow us on social media to make sure you don't miss it.
This next title is from a bona fide Day of the Devs alumni, Outerloop, whose games Thirsty Suitors and Falcon Age have both been previously celebrated in our showcases. Outerloop prides itself on being a minority-led studio with a mission to create accessible but meaningful games about underrepresented cultures and themes, and this title is a beautiful and vibrant example of just that. This is Dosa Divas.
No one cooks anymore. Food in tubes? Yuck.
I'm so hungry.
Okay, so halt noch ein bisschen was von Mario und Luigi. RPG-Reihe, wenn man da so rundenbasiert, aber so vielleicht mit ein paar getimten Eingaben, so ein bisschen Mario
RPG. Hi, I'm Eka, Creative Director of Outerloop Games, and I want to introduce you to our new game, Dosa Divas, a spicy narrative-based RPG. Platform through vibrant villages, battle corporate goons, reconcile with loved ones, and eat one last meal together before saying goodbye.
Nice.
Double jump, drill, and grapple your way through the world to discover local ingredients, hidden paths, memories, and new friends.
Yeah, okay.
Engage in a flavorful turn-based combat system where every attack packs some heat.
Ich weiß, was alles von einem Abend gezeigt wird.
Hitting the action button as the hit lands amplifies your attack damage and strengthens your blocks against enemy attacks. Use boost points at the start of your turn to multiply damage on attacks and skills. Match enemy flavor cravings to break down their defenses and leave them stuffed. Cook up made-to-order food to wake up villagers from a processed food-induced haze using the expressive cooking system. Delivering delicious, hearty meals reconnects communities with their culture, history, and shared memories and increases your reputation. Serve Up looks like customizing your spirit mech goddess. Create your own spicy style with custom wraps and accessories. Dose of Divas, our spicy narrative turn-based combat RPG, will be out in early 2026. Thank you.
Our pals at Heart Machine, creators of Hyperlight Drifter and Hyperlight Breaker, have teamed up with our buds at Devolver. They're mixing things up with surreal, interdimensional demon horror. It's a genre, right? Or is it a genre? Probably should be a genre. Here it is.
US komplett. Gar nicht mehr so schlecht. Cool. Aber wer ist denn dieses Spiel vor? Die war noch gar nicht in den Verwendungen sehen.
Hi, I'm Miriam, producer at Heart Machine, working on Possessors. Possessors is a search action game set in Senzu, a corporate-run city which has been overrun by demons. What you've just seen is one of 4 animated shorts we made with Powerhouse Animation. They each tell the story of how a character or a creature from Possessors survived the attacks of the demon, or how they perished. In Possessors, you play as Luca, a teenager from Senzu who was injured in the disaster. Luca was forced to make a deal with a demon named Rem for both of them to survive. Rem possessed her, healed her, and made her strong. Now Luca and Rem are stuck together and forced to get along. They'll have to climb Senzu's skyscraper and fight through hordes of feral demons to escape the city. Along the way, Luca and Rem will discover what Senzu's corporate master were hiding, and piece together what happened by sharing their memory of the past. On behalf of the team, we're all very excited for you to play Possessor, which comes out later this year. In the meantime, you can wishlist Possessor on Steam, or try Luca's new demon power for yourself. A demo of the game will be available later today.
Moonlighter hooked me with its novel shopkeeping gameplay, its clean combat, and its satisfying dungeon-to-market gameplay loop. I could seriously play it all day, and I did. The developers at Spain-based Digital Sun seem to have made some ambitious upgrades to its sequel, including an expansive 3D world, a big change from its previous pixelated form. I hope you're as excited as I am.
Ziemlich genau eine Stunde, dann bin ich fertig.
Hi there.
Wir wollen mit Eve sozusagen eine Begleitung oder halt eine Freundin sein, die von Anfang des Abends...
This is Isra from Digital Sun. I'm beyond thrilled to share this event with you and show what's in store for Moonlighter 2, The Endless Vault. Moonlighter 2, The Endless Vault is a sequel to our beloved shopkeeping roguelike. As in the first game, here you venture into ever-changing dungeons to fight enemies and find relics. Then you go to your shop, sell your loot, and turn it into profit to get better gear. This unique blend of gameplay is what made the first game so special, and now we're bringing it to a whole new dimension of quality and ambition. Talking about new dimensions, this entry begins in Tresna, a blood-brimming town. Here, Will finds himself stranded after one of his adventures. He won't be alone, though. Old and new faces will join him along the way. For now, let's jump straight into the portal, where every adventure unfolds and both battles and looting take place. From the arid lands of Hodu to the grassy landscapes of Aeolia, each biome offers new mechanics, enemies, and rewards. Combat has been vastly improved, with some enemies specialized in ranged weapons, while others focus on close combat. Once you clear a room, several things can happen. You might find a perk, in-run effects that can increase Will's power and unlock new abilities. The other option might sound familiar to veteran merchants, as you can also stumble upon a chest. Inside, you'll find tons of priceless relics. Depending on where you place them, relics will unleash all kinds of effects. Backpack management will influence the outcome of your expeditions. Unlike in the first game, you'll be able to see the base value of each relic, although backpack effects can double or triple your profit. Let's say that you keep the adventure running. Let's say that you even feel brave enough to face one of Leiter's 2 bosses. These battles will put your skills to the test. Take the so-called Herald, for instance. This is one of the first bosses of the game, and shows how the combat has evolved in the first Moonlighter. The Herald will throw projectiles and beams non-stop, forcing you to find cover and dodge hits. He's also protected by a sound barrier that you'll need to deactivate before striking back. Merchants need to be smart. It doesn't matter how far you get. Successful runs leads to the same place, your shop. The shop is where you put a price on your loot and try to get the best deals. There are ways to influence the outcome. For now, all I can say is, haggle hard, sell harder. Well, there's actually something I can already share with you. Just like the perks in the dungeons, you can also unlock special effects each time you open your shop. They can potentially skyrocket your profit, unleashing powerful synergies and selling streaks. You never know what will happen when you open your shop. That's why we call it a shopkeeping roguelike after all. That's it for now. After nearly 7 years since the original Moonlighter was released, we hope you are as excited as we are. Please stay tuned to our socials for all things Moonlighter 2, The Endless World. See you in Tresna.
Inspired by Pietro Riva's manifesto, Rejector, Thomas feels driven to advance our medium by creating games for new audiences and to hopefully entice those who might not be usually interested in playing a video game to take an interest. From Thomas Waterzoo, creator of Please Touch the Artwork, this is Please Watch the Artwork.
Hi, welcome to Day of the Devs ASMR edition. My name is Thomas Waterzoo and I'm a developer from Belgium. I'm the creator of Please Touch the Artwork, a series of casual and accessible games based on real paintings, where I explore what would happen if we didn't touch the artwork. I usually start by choosing a painter I like, and then think about what gameplay could fit their art style. For my third game, I fell in love with American realist painter Edward Hopper, but this time, you're not gonna be touching artworks, you're just gonna be watching them. At night.
Okay, so Toy Story mit
Watch the Artwork is a psychological spot the difference game, where you are a night watch at the Museum of Animated Modern Art. In short, Mama. Your job is simple. Watch the paintings and report any anomalies. However, these are not your everyday paintings. They are alive, and there is a mysterious sad clown wandering around, spreading their sadness over all the paintings. You're gonna need a good memory, focus, and lots and lots of comfort to avoid this from happening. If you don't know Edward Hopper, no worries. You don't need to be able to enjoy the game. But he's most famous for his painting, Nighthawks. He depicted themes like loneliness and urban isolation, so for me it made sense to create a psychological horror game. I also wanted a mechanic that made people really look at the paintings, hence the Spot the Difference gameplay. There are no jump scares in this game, and no monsters. The only things that are chasing you are the feelings of paranoia, self-doubt, and maybe some nostalgia towards Hopper's America from the early 20th century. Okay, you've got some clowns, but they're kind of harmless. It's just you, the night, and the paintings. I don't have a release date yet, but you can now wishlist the game on Steam. However, and don't tell this to anyone, it's probably gonna be around Halloween this year. Thanks to Day of the Devs for giving me this wonderful opportunity, and I really hope you like this bizarre little thing I made. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
We've had a long-time love affair with this next dev at Tribute Games. It goes all the way back to the very first day of the dev, where we showed Mercenary Kings. It's been amazing to see what they've done since then with games like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge, which is a huge nostalgic bomb, and they're set to deliver again with Marvel Comic Invasion.
Hi, I'm Frédéric Gemus.
And I'm Kevin Chiasson. We are part of Tribute Games from Montreal, Canada, and are currently working on Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
Marvel Cosmic Invasion is a retro-inspired
Ja, die haben noch beim
When Annihilus launches an attack across the galaxy, it's up to 15 Marvel superheroes to save the day.
So far, we've announced Captain America, Spider-Man, Venom, Wolverine, Storm, Nova, Fireball,
and we've just revealed that Rocket Raccoon and She-Hulk are joining the fight.
Each heroes have been designed around their unique strengths and powers. Some of them can take on airborne enemies, while others can deal devastating damage closer to the ground.
We also introduced an exciting mechanic, the Cosmic Swap, a tag team system allowing for instant switching between two heroes, creating powerful combos and unique strategies.
For level design, we recreated iconic Marvel settings such as the Mutant Heaven of Genosha, the high-tech mobile base of Helicarrier, plus a thrilling roster of legendary locations across the cosmos. We had a lot of fun inserting fan-favorite references for you to find out in the background, so keep a lookout.
As devoted fans of the Marvel Universe, we saw this project as a huge honor and a great opportunity to celebrate our childhood's fondest memories. Who knew that the countless hours spent at the comic book shop or the arcades would bring us here today?
We hope that Marvel Cosmic Invasion is a true love letter to all fans who grew up with the Marvel Universe.
Marvel Cosmic Invasion is coming to PC and consoles this holiday.
Okay, cool.
And now for something of a moodier persuasion. A horror fantasy life sim, co-directed by the pixel artist from Celeste, with haunting and lovely music from Disaster Piece, composer of Hyperlight Drifter, It Follows, and Fez. And to boot, an amazing group of human developers from Vancouver.
Okay, wir sind noch Binding of Isaac, Zelda, DC Binding of Isaac, ja. Das sieht doch gut aus.
Hi, I'm Isa, programmer and writer of Neverway.
And I'm Pedro, artist and designer of Neverway, a horror RPG in live sync, and the debut title of our new studio called Blood Inc.
You play the game as Fiona. After quitting your dead-end job, you try to start over on a farm, a place where you can escape from all your problems and finally start fresh.
But it gets darker. Fiona will find herself indebted as immortal herald of a dead god. With your sword, you can fight in a fast-paced combat, and you can choose your secondary gear to change how you fight, like a hookshot you just crafted.
But remember, you still need to keep your new life on track. You can do things like shopping at the Cellmart or paying your mortgage using a very Luna-less computer. You can also be friends or even romance more than 10 characters, each with their own special cutscenes and routines that can interact with each other.
And as you get closer to those characters, you can use those relationships to unlock new compatibilities that change the way you fight.
You can farm, fish, and cook, but Neverway doesn't play like a regular live sim RPG. Time progresses in 3 blocks: morning, afternoon, and evening, and you choose when to advance by doing things like eating, sleeping, or reading a manual. The idea is to let you set your own pace, so you can choose when you want to fight, or when you just need a break and see your friends.
You will eventually start searching for the Neverway, a decaying, nightmarish reality that is slowly leaking into yours. There you will learn what's happening into this dark, post-apocalyptic world as you pay out your debt.
If this sounds like your kind of game, you can wishlist Neverway on Steam and stay up to date to our latest announcements. And thank you for watching.
It's time for a world premiere. This one from a studio based in Johannesburg called Nyamako. Their previous title, the postmodern platformer Semblance, earned them a place on Forbes Africa's 30 Under 30 list back in 2018, along with a host of other accolades. And since then, they've been hard at work on Relooted, a heist game which tackles a political and righteous subject matter. Please take a look.
Mit KI sekundenschnell zum professionellen Webauftritt. Wir sind digital an Ihrer Seite.
Ja, komm, Werbung, weg mit dir.
So einfach war es noch nie. Jetzt ganz schnell und unkompliziert von
Ja,
deinem Handy aus deinen Kredit beantragen.
We need a ride.
Something incognito.
Like a submarine.
No, but also fast.
Chat, habt ihr Spaß? Könnt ihr gerne mal in den Chat schreiben, ich bin ja da, ich sehe euch ja. Gut, dass wir gerade 5 Leute hier drin haben. Willkommen.
Hi, I'm Maka, the lead animator at Nyamako.
And I'm Sita, producer at Nyamako.
Reloaded is set in the near future, where a new treaty has been signed between the West and Africa. The treaty goes that all African artifacts that are on public display must be returned to their country of origin. But museums are using a loophole to avoid repatriation. They begin to only exhibit artifacts in private. Our heist crew is made up of regular people who band together to see these artifacts returned to their country of origin, operating from a hideout in Johannesburg, South Africa.
Cuckoo, how do you do the mysterious plane, huh?
Are you not tired? Rest. We have work to do tomorrow.
In the real world, a French government report estimated that 90% of sub-Saharan African cultural heritage is in the possession of Western collections.
Okay, also ein afrikanisch geprägtes
of deeply important cultural, spiritual, and personal artifacts, including human remains, that aren't in their rightful place. While the locations in the game are vague and invented, the 70 artifacts in Relooted are very much real, and, as of today, reside in Western museums and private collections. Take, for example, the Ngaju drum, a hugely important spiritual item to the Pokomo people of Kenya. It was believed destroyed in 1910. In reality, it had been sent and kept in storage in a European museum. In 2016, a museum let a Pokomo prince visit the drum in storage. He was the first Kenyan in over 100 years to see the drum. It still remains in storage today. Before each mission in Relooted, players will receive a briefing where they can learn more about these artifacts, where they are from, their significance, and how they came to be removed from the African continent.
He was taken to England following the suicide of his father and the defeat of the Ethiopians by the British at Magdala in 1868.
Relooted is a combination of action and puzzle. Once you pick up a target artifact, the alarm triggers, and you only have a certain time to get out before security arrests you. The puzzle comes in figuring out your plan, and the action comes in executing it. The heists are made up of 3 phases. In phase 1, you case the joint, collecting information about where the targets are and what obstacles you'll face.
From here, we can smash the security glass and get you up to the next floor.
In phase 2, you roam the level, carefully avoiding tripping the alarm and preparing your escape route. In phase 3, you execute, flowing through your plan and evading security systems as you carry Africa's heritage home. Relooted is coming to Steam, the Epic Game Store, and Xbox Series X and S. You can wishlist it now.
Remember Patapon, that charming series of games about those little dudes walking around doing stuff and making music? Well, there's a sequel. Well, kind of a sequel. It's a spiritual successor. It's the core team from Sony Japan that made the OG games coming back at you with more charming little dudes doing stuff while making music. Here it is.
こんにちは。パタポンの原作者であり、現在ラタタンの開発をしております。小谷弘樹と言います。
そして私はラタタンのリードプロデューサーを務める高木康人と申します。
私は現在サーフィンやランニング、そして大好きなけん玉の練習をしている時以外は
Weil ich habe neulich einen Trailer gesehen zu Ratatan.
カラフルなデザインとオン
Und es sah
ラ
halt
インマル
echt
チプレイ
aus
モード、
wie
ローグライトなど
Potter.
新たなゲームデザインに取り組んで日々開発を
Genau,
行
und
ってい
dachten
ます。
mir, okay, es ist vielleicht so eine Art
そして皆さんと一
Installation,
緒
aber
に
nee,
育
es
て
ist
てきた
direkt von
フ
dem
ァンベースはとても素晴らしいものであり、
davon erfunden.
コミュニティに投稿していただける応援のメッセージとか可愛らしいファンアートにはいつも励まされています。
プロデューサーとして日々この業界の苦しさを感じております。ですがこのように自分たちの好きなゲームが作れることに日々喜びを感じています。我々インディーチームですのでまだまだ皆さんの支援が必要となります。今日は、新しいトレーラーをお持ちしましたのでぜひご覧いただきたいと思います。それではどうぞ。
Nee, das war aber cool. Auf jeden Fall, das soll so ein Nachfolger im Geiste rauskommen. Ja, cool, also gibt es hier doch noch was zu sehen hier auf diesem Game. Days of Death. Nice. Ja, es ist so ein rhythmisches Spiel quasi. Früher, wie auf der PSP, da gab es halt 3 Teile von diesem Butterphone. Und die haben immer so gesungen, so Butter, Butter, Butter und so. Und dann jetzt gibt es halt Butter, Butter, Butter. Ja. Daher wird witzig. Er ist witzig. What? Yeah, okay. Okay, early access.
Day of the Devs そして素晴らしいファンの皆さんに感謝を込めまして乾杯
This next game, led by the legendary Warren Spector of Epic Mickey and Deus Ex fame, is a totally new take on stealth. His talented team is making something like nothing else. It's an evocative game set in a turn-of-the-century universe, and I cannot wait to play it.
Suchst du großartige Technologie? Hol dir das Beste vom Besten. Sicher dir heute die Amazon Elektrogeräte-Bestseller.
Game Award mal.
Hi, I'm Warren Spector, Chief Creative Officer at Other Side Entertainment.
So eine Legende, diese der hat ja oder wird viel erfunden, System Shock oder später der Bioshock wurde.
It's a multiplayer stealth action game.
Epic Mickey, da gab es ja neulich einen Remake.
Response to the idea and what we've been able to show has been terrific. The team is so excited by the response that we wanted to show you more. So here's an early pre-alpha sneak peek at Other Side's upcoming player-powered game, Thick as Thieves.
Ja, genau, so eine Art Multiplayer-Spiel.
So we're trying to have all the bells and whistles of an immersive stealth game, like hiding in shadows, understanding NPC pathing and vision cones and timing your movements with them, and lockpicking your way through a guarded location. The X factor to me, however, is probably the presence of other players in the same game.
The thing is, I could study the AI all day long. I could study the levels all day long. But the other thing is, I don't know what another player is going to do. Are they going to actually pickpocket me? Making, you know, situations that are just so fun. Something that won't happen in another match ever again. I think that's the thing that I'm looking most forward to seeing players do.
I can feel like a real master of stealth or deceit or cunning, because I'm not just outsmarting NPC AI, which can be satisfying, but it's an actual human being that I'm getting the best of.
So one of our core design pillars in Thick as Thieves is to play with the and to me that means a lot as audio director, because understanding your surroundings at all times, you understand where you are on the map, you can hear where other thieves are, you can hear other threats like guards. You could also be able to tell, like, oh, I'm in this quiet environment, and then I can hear outside, it's very loud. So I'm thinking to myself, wow, okay, if it's raining and there's a thunderstorm, maybe that can mask some of my sounds so I can kind of go in undetected. And a lot of this is not faked. If you hear a train in the background in the distance, there's actually a train passing by in the world. Every thief for themselves, right? You know, thieves going at it 1v1v1. And one thing that I really like to do is kind of stay back in the shadows and watch everyone go at it. People are falling into my traps and then just waiting for the right moment.
Ja, diese Multiplayer-Spiele sind jetzt nicht so mein Fall, aber
so every match is always fresh to me. The weather changes, the locations of the clues or the loot, the guard patrols, and of course the players are always on their own separate quests, so really anything can happen. You know, we've been working on this game for a while now, and I'm just totally stoked that other people are excited about it too. I really want to get this game in front of more players as soon as we can, and I'm hoping that many of you will sign up for a playtest. We'd love to get your feedback on the game, and we'd love to show you what we've been putting together over here. So, thank you very much.
This is a new title from a longtime collaborator of ours, both at Double Fine Presents, where we publish their game Kids, and here at Day of the Devs, where we've highlighted titles like Time Flies. Here's a first look at their new game.
Noch ungefähr 40 Minuten, bis das Ganze zu Ende geht. Das ist ja wirklich hier.
Hi, I'm Mario. I'm roughly half of a small studio called Play that's based in Zurich, Switzerland. I worked on games like Plug and Play and Kids, but now I'm looking forward to show you something brand new, Pocket Boss. Pocket Boss is a short game about the small joys of manipulating data. As a remote worker, you are in touch with your boss through a chat interface and will get all kinds of requests. Be smart, erase competitors with one swipe of a finger, navigate the stock market without crashing, and generally find easy solutions for hard problems. Your boss will verify if everything looks correct, and most importantly, beautiful. But as if all that, the charts started with a life of their own. They go wild. Will you be able to tame them? Or maybe even find your own satisfaction on your way to success? Pocket Boss is an intimate encounter with data exploring the secret life of charts. The game will come out later this year.
Oh Gott, ist das so eine Mischung aus dem, was ich in der Uni habe, nur hier als Videos?
You can find more information and a link to the Steam page on pocketboss.ch. Thank you.
This autobiographical game is all about food and our complicated relationship with what we eat and what we see when looking at the scale. Its unique gameplay unpacks the frustration and even the strange humor of cooking, eating, working out, and more. And we finally have a release date.
Hi, I'm Jenny.
Hi, I'm AP.
We're the co-directors of Consume Me.
Consume Me won the Seamus McNally Grand Prize at the 2025 Independent Games Festival.
More importantly, it's about to get its release date announced at Day of the Devs.
After we talk specifically about how cool it is.
Did you feel like a complete jerk and/or a loser in high school? Well, I did.
and I did not stop her from spending several years of her adult life letting me make a hardcore role-playing game about it with her.
I was not my high school valedictorian. My grades were a toilet emoji. Furthermore, 0 European museums had ever yet featured an exhibit of my art. So the only thing I could think of to want to do was get hot. That's where you come in. Are you tough enough to help cartoon me get hot?
Each story chapter in Consume Me sees Jenny with new goals and not enough time to comfortably accomplish them.
Introducing Mind's Eye.
Your
story takes place in this.
You, the player, must manage her schedule by making meticulous decisions about how to spend her free time.
Every activity costs or needs different resources. These activities often involve mechanically hilarious minigames.
In Consume Me, putting food on your lunch plate is a puzzle game.
You can buy a sponge at the corner store to make the hitbox bigger in the bathroom cleaning minigame, and you can also wear a special outfit that results in your mom giving you more money if you clean the whole bathroom.
Yoga might kill you.
Encounter cash on the street while walking your dog.
This part is based on real life, by the way. 1 out of every 16 times I walked my dogs over the past 4 years, I've encountered a crisp 20 on the ground.
Can you win the heart of the boy of your dreams? Can you hold on to it? Can you chart a course toward a sustainable future? Can you fit just one more to-do goal on your plate? Or is it already full to bursting?
More importantly, does any of this matter, either in the game or in real life?
We don't have time to spoil the story here.
So you'll have to find out yourself when Consume Me comes to Steam on September 25th, 2025.
Please wishlist it as soon as you can.
Seriously, at the rate of $20 per 16 dog walks, it is going to take me 1,095.89 years to earn $1 million, and we need to make another game after this.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Sometimes great games can go unnoticed. If you're lucky, maybe you build a small cult audience, but very rarely do those games go on to inspire huge games like Undertale. That's exactly what happened with this game. Originally released in 2008, and now seeing a release on Steam and Switch, this is off.
Hello, I am Mortis Ghost, a Brussels-based comic book artist and creator of the game Off. Off is a game I made 15 years ago when I was still a big, sweet, drooling crybaby. It's a Japanese-inspired RPG where you control a baseball batter chasing ghosts in a cubic, strange world. I made this game with no other ambition than to create something funny to show my friends and a few people on the internet. But it got out of my control and became very famous. The reason is that the game is somehow cursed. It harbors a diabolical force that I can't describe. I ask you please not to kill me.
Hi, I'm Jack Murphy, a dev on Off. I'm Ryan Allier and the studio director. It's been a pleasure to work with Mortis Ghost to bring Off to fans old and new. Off has inspired many indie RPGs over the years, such as One Shot and Undertale.
Hey everyone, it's Toby. Off was a big inspiration to me and Undertale, and I hope you will take this chance to play it either for the first time or the 100th time. Oh.
Off celebrates its 17th anniversary this year, and we worked hard to preserve its original spirit as we bring it to modern platforms. In addition, Mortis Ghost has designed 6 new bosses for returning controllers. Plus, we have a new soundtrack, which you're hearing right now, and revamped combat. We're proud to announce Off's release date for Nintendo Switch and Steam.
Die hängt so ein bisschen aufhalten, okay.
And now a world premiere from a studio based in Quebec called Game Team 6.
This is their second game together, and it's one of those where the title kind of tells you all you really need to know and has you sold before you've even seen it. Please enjoy your first look at Tire Boy.
Hi, I'm Corey Martin.
I'm Thomas Tobin.
And I'm Andy Chmelenko. We're co-creators of Game Team 6, a small studio from Canada making heartfelt games with big ideas. We're so excited to introduce you to Tire Boy, a playful action-adventure platformer about a tire person.
Tire Boy is fast and nimble, leaping through lush environments, solving environmental puzzles, and taking on heroic battles. All while helping locals and uncovering his own past. Tire Boy may be the last of his kind and was lost as a child. At the start of the game, we learn how he was raised by a large owl named Nestwick and doesn't know much about his family or ancestors.
It's a story about connection and curiosity as Tire Boy journeys through a vast, unfamiliar world, searching for purpose and traces of his forgotten origins.
Many of the locals have grown fond of Tire Boy. They'll often ask him for things ranging from small favors to the game's main objective, which is to repair a giant radio transmitter to help the local community make contact with long-lost travelers. In spite of its silly premise, we're striving to make the world feel really grounded and genuine.
Another thing we emphasize throughout development is being playful with the scale of things in the world, wanting to make the player feel small and make you feel like a kid, giving you that childlike experience of feeling like everything around you is impossibly big. And that has a meaningful impact on gameplay, given that you move fast and it feels more satisfying to do so in a big, sprawling world.
Tire Boy is weird, heartfelt, and full of little surprises. And we've built it to feel like a place you'll want to come back to, whether you're chasing big moments or just soaking in the quiet ones.
Wishlist Tire Boy on Steam now and follow @tireboygame.com on Blue Sky to keep up to date. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of the show.
Who doesn't love a vacation? Toem took us on a delightful expedition, and the sequel, Toem 2, takes us even further from 2D to 3D. Something we made from Sweden does it again.
Hello everyone, I'm Lucas.
And I'm Niklas.
Co-founders and developers at Something We Made. Some of you might remember us, or even better, our little game Toem from 2021's showcase.
Making Toem was an adventure on its own. We never thought it would be a whole chapter afterwards filled with love from all around the world. And that's why it's exciting and honestly a bit scary returning to something so dear to our others' hearts. We teased the game at Also Snack in December, and we're beyond stoked to show the game for the very first time.
Toem 2 is still a photography adventure that resides in a whimsical world, where the main objective is to photograph a phenomenon known as Toem. Set a few years after the original game, our protagonist now jumps into their biggest adventure yet. And what the phenomenon is this time, well, you'll have to discover that yourself.
Along their journey, they'll stumble upon special NPCs we call friends, each with their own personality and questline. These friends allow deeper relationships for the player, aiding them through fears and difficulties, hence becoming friends. Each friend gives the player what we call a camera tool. These tools allow new and interesting ways of interacting with the world through your camera. For example, the scissors, which cut things.
Okay.
Or take the hammer, which, yeah, you guessed it, is great for smashing stuff.
As you might have noticed, we have updated the visuals. It's a crafty mix of render styles that allows us to reimagine the world without compromising the vibes. And finally, and maybe most importantly, we have a new movement system. It's probably the biggest change compared to Toem 1, and you can now jump and climb your way through the environment. It adds a lot of playfulness for us when designing quests and regions, ultimately making the world feel more free and open. And don't you worry, the handy camera continues to be the main gameplay component. This time, we made it feel a bit faster and snappier. And tying that in with the new movement, we can't wait to see the photos you'll take.
So to recap, More story, updated visuals, and a fun new movement system, but still the very same chill and cozy experience. The whole team is working so very hard to make Tone 2 something that can stand proudly besides the original game, celebrating what worked while improving the rest. So if you're interested to learn more, go wishlist the game and join our Discord. See you all real soon. Hello!
Are you looking for a way to support Day of the Devs and you just don't know what to do? We have a new collaboration with our partners at the Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences. They have an annual program called Game Maker Sketchbook, which sees a celebration of artistry in games. And we don't mean just concept art, we mean character designs, we mean storyboards, we mean iconography, all the different kinds of art that go into developing a game. They are putting a spotlight on, and it's awesome. This year we worked with an illustrator called Nimit Malavia to make this epic piece that features characters from all the best games of the year. Literally dozens and dozens of characters, a veritable Where's Waldo of every game character that you love. That print is limited edition and on sale at iMapit.com. All the proceeds go to the AIAS Foundation and Day of the Devs. Literally, we're nonprofits, asking for your dough, but like, it doesn't just mean giving money. It means you get something in return too. Isn't that a joyous thing?
We want to give a huge shout out to our flagship sponsor at Xsolla, who really helped make Day of the Devs happen this year. Xsolla is a global video game commerce company that aligns with our mission to help developers connect directly with players and sell more games, without giving up control or extra revenue. Launching today is a new Day of the Devs activation on the Xsolla Mall to spotlight some of our favorite games from recent Day of the Devs showcases. Scan the QR code below or head to this URL to explore some amazing indie games. And thanks again to Xsolla for supporting this celebration of creativity and community.
Thank you, Greg, for that riff on Xsolla. We are so happy to have them as our flagship sponsor. But we also have some other sponsors to thank, because it takes a village to support Day of the Devs. We are a non-profit, and every little bit helps. We got our founding sponsors, Double Fine Productions and iMapit. We have a whole list of other folks that have been contributing throughout the last year, and we just want to give them a shout out. Annapurna Interactive, Blumhouse Games, Devolver Digital, Idea Xbox, 47 Communications, Panic, PlayStation, Razer, Sabotage Studio, Studio MBHR, Summer Game Fest, and Jeff Keighley and the whole gang at the Game Awards for your continuous support. Thank you so much.
And if you'd like to donate directly to Day of the Devs, you can go to dayofthedevs.org and do so there. And remember, Day of the Devs is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, so any donations are 100% tax deductible.
If you like what you saw here today and want more, just follow us on the World Wide Web, www.dayofthedevs.org. Please wishlist these games, it means a lot to the developers, and thank you for watching today. Thanks to all the developers for sharing their games, and thank you to all our generous sponsors for making this possible. We'll see you next time on Day of the Devs. Point.
Huge thanks to our friend Dose One for providing the beats for today's show, and please stay tuned for a musical performance from the game Unbeatable and the band Peak Divide.
I'm RJ Lake, and I'm directing Unbeatable, a game where music is legal and you do crimes, with Andrew Tsai over at D-Cell. This is a never-before-heard new track from, this is mostly a never-before-heard track from Unbeatable. It's not a live performance, but all the performances in it are live, if that makes sense. That's because the guitarist is playing lead guitar and rhythm guitar and acoustic guitar and is the drummer, and our keyboardist is the cameraman. This should show you probably just how much work goes into even one of the songs on our 100% original soundtrack, which, by the way, starting right now, you can pre-order at dcellgames.bandcamp.com. That's right, at dcellgames.bandcamp.com. You can pre-order the soundtrack and you'll get all of the songs that we've shown off so far, including this one. Enjoy.
Okay, Achtung, ihr Felici-Warnung anscheinend.
Has your voice been truly locked away? Kept inside these worn-out days we made? Or maybe this is another dream I'll soon forget.
Jetzt weiß ich nicht, ob es die Link halt, aber ich weiß nicht, ob ich jetzt das Video machen muss. Ich mach mach mal leiser, nur für den Fall, weil... Ja, wenn das Ganze jetzt einfach auf Musik basiert, ist dann noch ein bisschen schwieriger, das Ganze, ja, wegen YouTube und diese ganzen Copyright-Sachen da zu umgehen, deswegen, ja, lieber nochmal, ja. Genau, ist einfach gerade eine Performance quasi von denen. Okay, die warten mal einfach ein bisschen ab, bis das Ganze jetzt hier rum ist. Und danach, ja. So, dann, ja, warten wir noch ein bisschen ab. Ich glaube, da ist noch Musik, glaube ich. Ja. Deswegen warten wir halt noch ein bisschen ab, bis das Ganze jetzt hier, dieser Clip vorbei ist. Und danach, ja, gucken wir mal, was dann so weiterkommt. Die haben sich ja gerade auch alle bedankt und die Sponsoren gezeigt. Deswegen glaube ich, da kommt jetzt echt nichts mehr in den letzten, ja, 17 Minuten. Aber wir gucken mal. Ich habe ja auch gedacht, dass das Ganze nur das Summer Games Fest wäre. Aber jetzt, wie gesagt, ja, dauert das dann wohl doch ein bisschen länger. Und ja, mal gucken, wie es so wird. Ja, Kons-T hier in mehr als viel länger. Das gibt's nicht so oft. Mal gucken. Ja gut, die singt ja auch gerade ganz schön lang. Aber ich denke jetzt letztendlich, ja, jetzt denke ich, ist es gekommen. Unbeatable. Okay. Und Werbung. Meine Güte.
Nichts knackt so wie ein Magnum. Entdecke Magnum Bonbon im Snackformat. Magnum.
Keiner kennt sich mit Klingen besser aus als Wilkinson Sword. Wir glauben, dass ein Rasierer mit einer schlechten Klinge genauso nutzlos ist wie ein Barkeeper, der furchtbar schlecht zielen kann. Meisterhafte Rasurroutine. Nur mit Wilkinson Sword.
That song is called Worn Out Tapes, and it's actually going to be playable in our demo starting during Steam Next Fest on June 9th, alongside Worn Out Tapes' Tally-Ho version, which you might recognize from Rhythm Doctor.
I remember hearing that first version of Worn Out Tapes all the way back in 2018, which is when we started working on the game. As time went on, the style of the game's music and the way we designed the charts for it evolved. And it's a full circle moment getting to bring you this brand new rendition of the song when made for their final version of the game.
Both the vocal album and the score for Unbeatable just went live on dcellgames.bandcamp.com for pre-order. And if you pre-order the vocal album, you get all of the songs that we've shown off so far, including Worn Out Tapes. And if you pre-order the score, you'll get all the background music from the demo, all the cop fight music, all of the baseball stuff from the demo. You can also listen to all of that starting today on our YouTube channel. And that's basically it for my calls to action for this. What else is there to say besides wishlist the game, play the demo, and thank you a lot. Like, genuinely super... I'm not... We're not here without you. Like, genuinely. I don't have anything to say. I don't have any real words. All the planned stuff ended... back when I stopped talking about the album. This, I can't really think of a good way to thank you, because there is more love that has come into D-Cell than I have any idea what to do with. This game doesn't exist without the support we've gotten so far. So, oh my god, from the bottom of my heart and everyone at Diesel Games, thank you so much. We're going to continue trying to do the best we can do.
Okay. Ah, okay, jetzt ist mal schon vorbei. Okay. Ja, dann haben wir es, glaube ich, jetzt mal geschafft, Leute. Ja. Dann haben wir sowohl jetzt die das Game Fest als auch Days of the Day fertig gebaut. Und ja, cool. Dann, ja, sieht es wohl echt so aus, dass jetzt vorbei ist. Ich kann jetzt auch noch so eine Art Post-Credits kommt und danach, ja, mache ich jetzt hier auch mal aus. Was kommt denn jetzt noch? Ich spule kurz zurück, Quatsch vor.
Kenny's son makes video games. In fact, Kenny's son has made games for as long as he could remember. Even as a young man, his curiosity and dedication to the art was apparent. His parents, his teachers, and his friends all knew this about Kenny. He loved video games, and his desire to make them was undeniable. Taking inspirations from the world around him and the games that formed his tastes, Kenny was always in front of a screen, tinkering away at whatever idea fluttered through his mind.
Komm gleich wieder, ich muss nur mal ganz kurz für kleine Rolle fallen. Ich halte jetzt nicht mehr aus.
2 Stunden später.
Hey Leute! So, ich bin wieder am Start. Willkommen zurück. Wir machen gleich weiter. Da wo wir aufgehört haben. Da fehlt, glaube ich, nur noch 10 Minuten. Wir sind ja komplett fast durch jetzt. Deswegen machen wir gleich mal weiter. Und ja.
But he could have never expected the heights he'd one day reach.
One day, I'm gonna make a game called Bleibt just for you, Volvi.
Was kommt jetzt? Werbung kommt jetzt. Jetzt kommt Werbung.
Hey there, I'm Kenny's son, and I'm coming up with my new game, Bleibt. And this is how I imagine my studio would look like if Devolver Digital gave me enough funds to make my own studio.
Are you the only one here?
Yes. It's just me.
There's like 5 of us, Kenny.
So whose studio is this? So, my first notable game was Circa Infinity, a hypnotic platformer that was passed over by Devolver Digital when I first pitched it to them. But that game did a lot of good to me. It gave me the belief and the confidence.
Jetzt ist quasi so die letzten
I'm
paar.
so grateful for the early support from players, and no props to Devolver Digital for obvious reasons. From there, I started taking out video games every year to hone my craft and explore the passion that I had for geometric shapes. And that gave rise to the IGF-nominated Mr. Sun's Hatbox, which was again declined by Devolver Digital. But that game got a lot of commercial and critical success. And now we are here in the present tense. Bleibt, the brick breaking, the ball fusing, the base building, survival roguelite in partnership with Devolver digital. They finally got their together and they saw the potential of this beautiful game and its balls started dangling in front of their faces.
Do you want me to edit out that one?
No, please don't, keep it. So now we're going to discuss about Ball Pit and we're going to see its first trailer and after that we're going to dwell a little bit deeper into what makes this game
Okay, jetzt
so
kommt
much fun.
irgendein neuer Trailer.
Go for it. Henry. Henry.
Okay.
Balbalon has fallen. A pit is all that remains. Now treasure seekers flock to explore its depths. A brick-breaking, ball-fusing, base-building, survival roguelike. Power up.
Okay, so eine Art Shooter, aber auch Aufbau. Okay. Okay. Oder so ein bisschen Bullet Hell-mäßiges Spiel auch so ein bisschen.
Descend into chaos.
That computer isn't even plugged in.
So anyways, listen, when I first started work on Ball Pit.
When we started work on Ball Pit.
So I was saying, it was a little different from what it is right now. The core concept has been the same from the beginning, but I've built on top of it the last few years. Also, the game comes from a very private, intimate space. Look, when I was a little boy, I was diagnosed with IBS, internal ball syndrome.
That's not what that stands for.
So what that meant was that I would spontaneously spit up balls.
Okay. These dang balls.
But that was not painful or anything. But the affliction was such an important part of my life that I had to weave it into the narrative of my next game as an artist. And as they say, true art lies within. Ball Pit. The demo is on Steam as we speak, and the full game is going to release later this year. So if that is something that intrigues you, then please give the demo a spin and also wish list the game to be up to date with the release date later this year. And if even then you're not convinced, then I have two folks that I've invited who have been really important for me to bring this game to life. And other people back behind the scenes, team, thank you so much, everybody. Thanks. But these two have been the two stars for sure.
Thank you, Kenny. And hello to all you gamers out there. I'm Rick, and I play the Fireball in Ball Pit.
And I'm Janet.
Some of you may recognize me from my past work, say as a segment in the Super Mario Bros. Firebar. Yes, I was all three. And most recently as the Light Punch Hadouken from Street Fighter. And my co-star Janice, who is new to video games and quite honestly over her head.
Okay.
That was an unnecessary jab, Rick. So, hello, I am Janice, and I play one of the hunters in Ball Pit, which is just one of the many playable characters. But, well, I'm just so excited to be working on a video game. So my kids love video games, and they just think this is so cool. And I used to work in insurance, and you know, sometimes I handle fires, but not like fireballs. Would love to extinguish that. But this is just so much more fun. Look at me in my dress-up outfit. It's so fun. But anyways, I'm rambling now, so sorry about that. I'm just excited to be here. Woo!
A masterclass in syllables. Now, Ball Pit is a fast-paced fantasy roguelike wherein heroes must find the balls to plunge deeper into a seemingly bottomless pit of monsters. There are two sides to the game.
Essen getrunken. Zeit genutzt. Haustier gepimpt. Just Food. Jetzt probieren. Essen getrunken. Zeit genutzt. Looping gefeiert. Just Food. Jetzt probieren.
Ne, eine geht noch.
Much like that two-faced Janice.
Okay, ich sehe eh nur noch die 3 letzten Minuten und haben wir es geschafft.
Players select one of the hunters, each with their own starting ball type and special perks. Collecting XP gems from vanquished foes builds up your meter, which allows you to add new balls and items into the mix and upgrade or even combine existing balls to create insane mashups of power. Each realm you visit has its own unique enemy tile set, pesky mini-bosses, and menacing final boss figure to clash with at the very end of the run. Win or lose, you can take some or all of your spoils of war back up the pit to base camp. Use those resources to build out new structures to your town and fields to harvest that unlock new playable hunter characters, each with their own flair in combat. Over time, your base will expand, giving way for more room for buildings, fields, and quarries to draw from, and improve your hunters' chances of survival. There are many realms to roam, many hunters to unlock, and a dizzying amount of balls and combinations to experiment with on your quest to rebuild Babylon.
Thanks for mansplaining, prick. Oh, I mean Rick. Some of the time.
And that, my friends, was a little bit on Ball Pit. And there is a lot more to unveil in the coming months as we march towards the release later this year. If you still haven't, please try the demo on Steam as soon as you can. Because this has been something that I've wanted to create since I was a sweet little boy.
Hi.
And this is something very, very special.
Okay. Ich glaube, jetzt ist es auch vorbei mit allem. Ja, es sieht so aus. Alright. Ich glaube, wir haben es jetzt geschafft, Leute. Endlich mal. Ja. Genau, jetzt läuft es halt noch 40 Sekunden, aber dann kommt hier aber jetzt auch nichts mehr. Es sei denn noch so eine Art Secret. Nee, ich glaube nicht. Ja, nö, aber Leute, Wahnsinn. Also hat jetzt insgesamt 3,5 Stunden gedauert, aber fühlt sich halt irgendwie länger an, auf jeden Fall. Weil jetzt habe ich es halt quasi in zwei Anläufen jetzt gemacht und ja, gut, dass ich es gestern nicht durchgezogen habe, auf jeden Fall. Und ja, nee, also Wahnsinn, auf jeden Fall Wahnsinn. Ja. Ich würde sagen, das ist ja auch jetzt gerade am Aufnehmen. Jetzt sind wir schon bei 2 Stunden 20. Also der Content hier ist halt genial. Was ich jetzt hier so produziert habe. Alright. Ja, Leute, das war jetzt das große Summer Games Fest. Und ja, ich habe es hier in 2 Anläufen gemacht. Kann die Kopfhörer jetzt auch mal abziehen, weil ich jetzt das Ganze auch halt nicht mehr brauche. Und jetzt höre ich auch gerade, wie krass der Rechner am der Lüfter am Brummblumen ist. Auch krass, aber ja gut, egal. Und ja, also danke euch fürs Anschalten, danke euch fürs jetzt hier wieder mich zu begleiten. Ja, ich meine, war jetzt auch nicht jedes Spiel was für mich gewesen, aber gerade so gegen Ende dieser Menge mit Resident Evil 9 Requiem, weil das war ja auch halt wirklich geil. Und ja, ich habe jetzt gefühlt 4,5 Stunden Material mit diesen beiden Livestreams, das ist ordentlich. Ich bin heute noch auf der Teilfabrik in Wiesbaden und mal gucken, wie es da wird. Ich habe ja gestern die Prüfung bestanden, deswegen ich würde heute unterwegs sein und mal gucken, wann ich das Ganze auch hinbekomme zu schneiden. Ja, beende jetzt die Aufnahme. Das war jetzt auch quasi mein Mammutprojekt Summer Game Fest. Ich werde entweder so machen, dass ich es in 2 Teile mache, so wie ich es quasi auch gestreamt habe, oder ich schneide es als ein einziges XXL 4,5 Stunden Special quasi. Oder beides, ich weiß es nicht. Ich muss jetzt nur Zeit finden, also jetzt, da ich nicht mehr lernen muss, habe ich viel mehr Zeit als davor auch. Aber ich muss noch mal gucken, generell, weil ich habe noch halt ein paar andere Projekte am Start und muss die auch mal ausruhen und mal irgendwie auch mal Leben kommen und so. Und ja, deswegen, ich würde sagen, danke euch fürs Zuschauen. Abonniert den Kanal, aktiviert die Glocke. Ohne Witz, also ich brauche ja 4000 Stunden Watchtime, damit, ja, also die mir zum YouTube-Partner verhelfen. Wenn jetzt dieses Video theoretisch 1000 Aufrufe erzielt, wir sind ja über 1800 Follower, Abonnenten hier. Wenn jetzt jeder von den 1000 Leuten die 4 Stunden durchzieht, haben wir die 4000 Stunden. Deswegen nur mal als Idee. Teilt gerne dieses Video, folgt mir auf Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, abonniert meinen Kanal auf YouTube und ja, danke euch fürs Zugucken. Mal gucken, ob ich draußen noch ein paar Shorts mache oder einige Clips. Und ja, ich bin richtig gespannt, was noch alles kommt. Und deswegen, Leute, ich läute die neue Kons-T-Ära ein, weil jetzt habe ich auch endlich mal vorerst keinen Unistress. Nicht so extrem wie jetzt die letzten Wochen. Deswegen von mir kommt jetzt mal wieder bald einiges an Projekten, die jetzt die ganze so, ja, zu denen ich die ganzen nicht gekommen bin. Deswegen könnt ihr euch darauf freuen. Und ja, vielleicht kommt ja auch bald der Termin für den Comedy-Abend, der ja leider ausgefallen ist. Mal gucken. Ansonsten, ja, werde ich jetzt die nächsten Tage auch unterwegs sein. Einmal meine Hut auf Events, vielleicht sieht man sich auch mal. Deswegen, danke euch fürs Zuschauen und seid gespannt. Deswegen bleibt auf dem Rollenden. Kons-T out. Skra! Folgt mir gerne auf Instagram, Facebook, TikTok und Clubhouse. Kons-T ist überall. Und werdet Teil vom Kons-T-Versum. Marvel war gestern. Ich hoffe, ich sehe euch beim nächsten Video wieder. Bleibt auf dem Rollenden. Kons-T out. Skra!
Wer Animus feiert, checkt auf jeden Fall auch Kons-T ab. Und wer Manuel so feiert, hört einfach seine Musik weiter.
Ach, Kons-T, muss das jetzt wirklich sein? Nur weil du im Rollstuhl bist oder was? Ich habe keine Zeit für sowas. Wer bin ich? Geduld, sein Vater? Was sagst du? Leute kennen mich. Und so schenkt ihnen meine Stimme Vertrauen. Na gut, also hört alle her, Braturas und Bratinas, Chabos und Chayas, Influencer und A bis Z Promis, sowie Opfers und Lauchs. Tut doch bitte diesem Spasten hier einen Gefallen, tretet dem Kons-T-Versum bei. Wie das geht? Ganz einfach. Abonniert den Kanal und aktiviert die Glocke, lasst einen Daumen nach oben da. Schreibt einen netten Kommentar. Folgt Kons-T auf Instagram und anderen Social Media. Teilt dieses Video und schickt es auf WhatsApp all euren Freunden, falls ihr welche habt. Und ganz wichtig, bleibt auf dem Rollenden. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Google-Übersetzer out und Kons-T lässt grüßen.